What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I wanted to break out this video that you're about to watch separate from the rest of the Barber's Vintage Motorcycle Festival I went to this past weekend because Triumph decided to unveil a motorcycle inspired by Elvis, and I thought it was a very beautifully painted motorcycle. And so without further ado, let's roll that video.
Welcome to the Isle of Triumph with racing in the background. How are we feeling today? So you're ready for a t-shirt. Look at this. What gave it away that I have giveaways? I don't even know. So guys, welcome out to the Isle of Triumph. We're really happy you're here with us today. Obviously, this is the inaugural event for us here, taking over the corner, making a really fun party. We really appreciate you guys being here. We have a lot going on today. Obviously, the Bonneville Motorcycle Show we have on the Rebel Whiskey stage here. If you haven't had any of that, right there is the bar behind you, so you can soak up the little sippy sips over there, which is nice. And then I'm not going to talk a lot here because there's somebody else coming up, our marketing director, Adam Vanderveen, with some really cool, as we've been teasing, unveilings. Also the awards going on, and then we'll get right into live music. So buckle up, people. It's going to be a party. We're going to hit you fast. We're going to hit you hard, and I'm going to hit you with some t-shirts. Without further ado, Adam Vanderveen, please come on up, sir. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, thank you, Eric, and you are way too good at that because you're going to make me look bad because I'm going to talk about boring presentation type stuff, but I'll try to match you and top that. So, we are going to unveil this motorcycle in just a little bit. Following that, we'll get into the Bonneville Motorcycle Show. All right, now, as you may imagine, the bike under this cover might have something to do with music. And as you may imagine, it might have something to do with a music legend, the king himself, Elvis Presley. All right, now Elvis has gotten a lot of notoriety lately from his most recent biopic. But Elvis, the real Elvis, in real television films, did ride a Triumph motorcycle. He loved to ride motorcycles. He rode one in Stay Away Joe in 1968. And not only did he ride motorcycles and Triumph motorcycles, he has become known as the patron saint of motorcycles. And this is from a legend that Elvis gifted his closest circle of friends, the Memphis Mafia. There's this legend that he gifted them motorcycles. Well, we came across this legend. We were very curious, so we went to the source. We tracked down a gentleman named Jerry Schilling, who's a very close friend of Elvis. And Jerry, he told us the entire story. He validated that this in fact happened, and Elvis did, in 1965, purchase 9 Triumph motorcycles for the Memphis Mafia from Bill Robertson and Sons in Southern California. So super cool story, and it actually true. It was a combination of 1964 Bonneville T100s and 1964 Triumph TR6 motorcycles. Now, right in front of me here, this is a 1965 Triumph motorcycle on loan from George Barber himself. So we've been looking for something just to show you guys what would be very representative of the motorcycles that Elvis gifted the Memphis Mafia. We couldn't find one, so I reached out to Mr. Barber via our friends here at the Barber Motorsports Park and asked if he had anything similar. It happened to be this 1965 Bonneville T120. Well, then a day ago, by happenstance, a woman named Laura rolled up to the gate over there and asked if we had an extra spot in the Bonneville Motorcycle Show. And I said, well, what do you have to bring to the show? And she said, well, I have a 1964 Triumph. Well, what is it? It happens to be that 1964 gold Triumph T120 right there. That is exactly one of the motorcycles that Elvis would have bought for the Memphis Mafia. So thank you so much, Laura, for bringing that. Thank you, Mr. Barber, for loaning a 65, but it is incredible coincidence that, Laura, you brought one of these motorcycles up to our gate yesterday, so thank you very much. Laura's right there. All right, now, To the best of our knowledge, Laura, that does not happen to be one of the exact motorcycles that Elvis gifted, but Triumph is interested in finding one of those. So we are going to open it up globally to the public. If anybody can help us track down one of the real T120s or real TR6s, please send any information you have to Elvis Triumph at triumphmotorcycles.com. We are on the hunt for one of the authentic 9 original motorcycles. It's just going to be a cool thing to have, right? All right, so now we also know that Elvis loved to play Gibson guitars. And Triumph has a phenomenal relationship with Gibson guitars. In fact, a year ago, for the 2022 Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, Triumph and Gibson collaborated to do a one-of-one motorcycle and a one-of-one guitar as the main prize for the top fundraiser in the world, because we are big supporters of the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. We've had it. Do we still have Chris here? He had to leave. Chris is the, we have Cheryl. Cheryl is the host of the Nashville DGR. Thank you so much, Cheryl, for everything that you do to help organize those amazing rides. We love DGR. We love to support DGR. And this was a phenomenal collaboration that we had a year ago. And when we found out that not only did Elvis like to gift motorcycles, he liked to gift guitars. So in fact, in 1968, when Elvis was rehearsing for his comeback special, he was practicing on a Les Paul and happened to gift that very guitar to his chef. And that was just another cool story of Elvis's generosity. So Triumph and Gibson were inspired by this, and we wanted to collaborate once again for charity on a one-of-one guitar and a one-of-one motorcycle. And that design was inspired by that same 68 comeback special. So we're gonna donate that one-of-one motorcycle and one-of-one guitar to the Elvis Foundation. It's gonna be auctioned this January at Graceland. Now before we pull the curtain off of this motorcycle, I'd just like to ask Jadar to come forward a little bit. Wave to the fans, everybody. Guys, this is Dar out of Atlanta, a phenomenal motorcycle painter. He agreed to help us with this project. Not only did he paint this motorcycle you're about to see, but he's agreed to paint the guitar as well. What you see here is just a rough mock-up of a wrapped guitar, but the real one will be a Gibson Les Paul hand-painted by Jadar, and it'll match the you're about to see. So without further ado, Jadar, would you please reveal the motorcycle that you've worked on just recently for us? All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a brand new T120 Elvis 68 comeback special inspired motorcycle. It's going to be auctioned this January at Graceland. All the proceeds going to the Elvis Charitable Foundation. Beautiful bike, Jadar. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother. So we have, everybody notice, we've got his signature on the front fender, and we've got...
Come on, get a little closer. You guys come take a look at this.
The signage.
Beautiful motorcycle. Jadar's going to talk all about, he's going to tell you what to look at there.
So this is all gold leaf and silver leaf. So all the graphics are done in gold leafing and silver leafing. We have the taking care of business.
Check, check, check. Thank you. Okay, so essentially what we have is we try to do the silver and red two-tone with a gold accent stripe. So all the gold and silver is done in leafing. So the signage up here is all the dots are gold leaf. The signatures are in silver leaf. The pin striping is all done in gold leaf. And of course we had to do the taking care of business, which is Elvis's, one of his little trademarks that he does. So we're super thankful. I appreciate the opportunity to work with Triumph again. And we just thank you and hope that you love the bike. All the silhouettes here are represented from the 68 comeback special.
Yeah.